welcome to our live online training. As I make the same gag every week, it's not actually live because you're watching us on Facebook. And I'm going to continue to make that gag until someone comments below about saying, stop making that gag. But anyway, so this is our looking at formal assessment here, and I'm really trying to focus in on Smart Notebook, Smart Learning Suite, and how it all works together to support you as a teacher and support you in your delivery of formal assessment. And obviously the students as well, and how it can be easier for them and better for them, and hopefully save you a bit of time as well. So we're just going to jump through here. I'm just going to put over to that side actually. So if you were to join in live, we could have asked Q&As as well. Obviously feel free to put them on the bottom and I'll respond to those. Or if you want to tweet me directly at Mark Hartright, feel free to, or markhartright@smarttech.com if you've got any other questions about formal assessment, what we're looking at today, or just in general if you want a little support or anything, I'm here to help. Particularly because I am the professional development specialist lead for Smart in the UK here. So looking at today, what we're going to look to cover, we're looking at Smart Response, and that's this little yellow tab at the top here. It also sits inside the Space Invader, which you've looked at previous videos as well. You'll be able to see in the previous chain. But Smart Response is a brilliant formal assessment for students within your class, whether in the class or actually outside the class as well. Because it's web-based, they can be technically anywhere, which is really advantage as well. Even if they're working at home, that can be used still as well. So we're going to look at what response is and why we can use it, and obviously when we could use it as well. So kind of those teachers that might remember some of these clickers that we used to have, those were slightly before my time. I heard rumours of them, but they were quite good. But for many other reasons, they didn't quite work. You can still find them on eBay if you really want that nostalgic book. Quite a nice bag actually. I thought I might just get it for the bag. But anyway, that's on the aside. What we've done now is called response, and the kind of the line with it is students answer multiple answer questions or multiple choice, poll opinion, short answers, true and false up questions, and it sends the questions out to the devices, and then you've got the stuff on screen as well. So what is response? The key features of it. So formal assessments. There's 5 different question types that we've just briefly looked into. You can send 10 questions. I've actually got that wrong. It's actually 11 questions, but you can just send those out to the students. You can add images to them to kind of personalise it. In a moment, we'll look at a biology one, and that is obviously you need a graph to actually look at it as well. So that graph can be sent out to students, and then they can actually see it in front of them and enlarge it as well. You can save your questions. So if there was, for example, like a guided reading session, you've got a set of questions that you're setting to sending out to the different texts, then you can save those questions and then push those out week in, week out if you wish to, and just tweak them where needed. And the last one here, you can obviously add a title to it as well and give the students instructions as they go through. So, response. This one here I've just left as a blank page. So, like I said, it's in this yellow one here. You do need the updated version. If you are on Smart Notebook 16 and onwards, you'll be able to get that there. Smart has actually stopped doing Smart Notebook 16, let alone Smart Notebook 11, which I guess some of you might still be on. So first of all, update it to Smart Notebook 19. It's free to download, it's free to use. This one here is actually part of the subscription, and then we can get you sorted out with prices on that. It's not masses. I actually think it's a fair price. I'm not just saying that, I'm trying to say it from a teaching point of view rather than say it from a smart point of view, but there we go. And like I said, these are the different styles here. One of them multiple choice here, and you could just add in those different questions that you want into those different blocks there. Or if you wanted to add a poll question, then it's the same for that. Short answer, you can have that as well. And it's a very, very simple way of doing it. You add your question, click next, and it'll give you a preview of it. And then you can actually send that out and actually use it as well. So as I kind of alluded to before, this is a biology one. And this one's on the screen here. And you can see this is just gone on to question 3. If I just go back to question 1, this one here. So you typed in your questions, you've got your 4 answers here. This is just lifted straight from a GCSE paper with those facts there. I send that on there. You can send up your answers here. So if this one here was just a what is it short answer, the answers were gene or genes. So if they typed in those questions, they're going to get the answers right up there, and they're going to flag who typed in which, and then the other answers will populate around there as well. And again, there's the small one there. If you actually have that on the students' devices, they click on that, and that image can be big as well, so you can actually zoom into that as well. And like I said, once you've done all those, you've gone through the questions, you can actually export those as well. This one here, if I just open up this Excel file, you can see this is how they are exported. You've got the lists of the children's names at the side, the percentage of what they've got correct, and you can see that the red ones are the ones that they did get correct, and the green ones the ones that you didn't get correct. So you can see here that all of those, this is that kind of the overview one, and then you can see that here most of them are getting it wrong, so that's obviously where I need to put my teacher input, and then you kind of home and down on different groups from here. This one is blue because this is the open-ended one. The actual question was name your favourite food, so you can't have a right or a wrong answer, although I might put croissants and coffee as the right answer, but obviously that's an opinion. And I'm not going to the fact and opinion of debate on that side of things as well. So obviously that's their choice of their favourite food, and that's just in blue, that's the subjective side, where you as a teacher can go and analyse and actually put your marking one question as opposed to the whole lot as well. And as I said, it's just in an Excel file here, so you can see that then you could add in multiple ones or analyse that data as you wish. That one there is actually taken from this one. So this one here as well, just pause for a moment whilst it loads. This can actually add images in as well, like a source. So here's the one here, and you can see that the people kind of answered on there, and then there's the export results at the end of it as well. So you can go through all that as well. A few kind of use cases scenarios that alluded to the fact that we used it in guided reading. I've seen that used really, really effectively. And this one here, so you can have the text at the side, and then once they've got the text at the side, I'm just going to edit it so I can see the questions at the top. There's a little pencil at the top there you can see to kind of edit them, and then here are the questions. So there's my picture that I've added. It's just a JPEG or something you downloaded from the internet and just copy and paste in. So these are some of the questions from guided reading. Go to page 6, what do you think? This is a true or fact. Here you've got multiple choice, so you take answers from the text, which one is it? And then they have to click the right or multiple answers for that as well. And then this one here is, would you like a pet frog? Explain why, using stuff from the text. So then there's that longer answer as well that can be included in that as well. Obviously it's brilliant for maths as well. I mean, maths is a brilliant subject where question, answer, and it's right or wrong. So something like this works really well for it. I've used this when you've had like your dry whiteboard at the side, you're still being able to make those annotations on that as well. I was out of school recently, and they actually, rather than use the whiteboards, they just went straight onto the tables. So feel free to write on the tables and then clean them off. Super clean tables, which would be great. And then this one is prove. So this one is an open-ended. So again, it's getting deeper understanding into the children's answers to that as well. But that's in response, and there's loads and loads of different ways of looking at it as well. What I've actually done here is I've put that into my online system as well. Where are we here? Just wait for this one to load. So here, not looking at that one. That was my overview view of it. So if I scroll down here, these are my assessments. So you can see there's my overview track of the lesson, and then this one here, it will start and be sent out as well. So now I can send out the whole work, my whole lesson, that's what the word I was looking for. I can send out my whole lesson to my students, and because it's web-based, they can access it from anywhere. They just need access to the internet, and you can do this on a phone if you wish. And then once they've accessed from anywhere, they can actually go through the lesson, and at the end of it, or the beginning, or both even, they can actually have this formal assessment in it as well. So you've got the learning, and you've got actually that response, that summative answering of those questions that's loaded into it as well, which is obviously brilliant for distance learning as well. Kind of on that track there at the moment when I'm recording this, we've got a bit of the current situation's not great, and a lot of schools are going to distance learning. And just as a point here, we are Smart are very keen to kind of support the greatness that is happening within schools, and the way that so many of you teachers are inspiring that within your students, and we want to support you as much as you can within that. And for that, we've looked at distance learning from Smart. Smart Learning Suite is going free till the end of the school year, and that's something that really should enable you to be able to push that content as well. And hopefully we'll run some more videos and some more links to help you with that as well. If you go to go.smarttech.com/distance learning, then there's loads and loads of resources, videos, content, as well as subject specific stuff that should really help you with that. Or of course, email address I'll put as well, or tweet me or something like that, and get in touch, and we'll support you as much as I can. Even if you want me to train teachers remotely or jump in and teach a lesson for your children remotely, that'd be awesome. So that's a great one for there as well. Jumping back into here, I'm just going to cancel that one there. Just to kind of finish it off, I would, as I do of the previous videos as well, I'd love to actually hear how you use Response or other different formats.